my beloved child, come closer and let us converse. Do you sense the importance of this moment? Be attentive, for I wish to reveal mysteries concerning your purpose and relationships. You have been questioning when promised blessings regarding partnerships will come to fruition. I see your fatigue when prayers appear fruitless, instead of awakening long-held dreams. You perceive delays where I am simply making preparations and positioning for precisely the right timing. Have faith in my flawless providence. I am pleased by your patience thus far, but know that cultivating greater endurance will reap even greater rewards than you can envision. The shadows fading signal the dawning of warmth and light. Those walking faithfully before me will experience compounding revelation. Yet alongside joyful breakthrough ever lurks the adversary, prowling with bared fangs, determined to ravage and demolish the pristine future rapidly coming into view. Eyes blazing with envious fury behold long-awaited prophecy being fulfilled after years of empty echoes. He dispatches his villainous followers to prowl through the darkness on assignment to terrorize newly unlocked dreams. Though brazen are their deceits and vicious their exploits, I command that these confederates retreat to the abyss. I declare divine reversal over all curses summoned against your bounty. The gates of hell cannot prevail where heaven's angels are triumphant. March forward behind heavenly hosts, blazing trails for my arrival. Come closer, beloved. Do you sense adventure dawning on the horizon of your story? The hour has come to launch ships, long anchored safely in harbor, out into seas that exhilarate the soul. First, consider what this odyssey will require as it unfolds unscripted. Navigating unpredictable tides will test character and courage. Yet fear no peril in my company. Have we not walked hand in hand through storms before? Trekking skyward into thin air can leave you breathless when the ascent seems too far, too swift. But vigor flows from my heart to yours when yours grows faint. We travel as partners, never you alone. And in those moments when your feet stumble, consider too that adventures launch not from timid shores, but wild waves that leave hearts pounding. Divine destiny pulls you past former fears. Yet prudence also wins races, so temper zeal with wisdom. Impatience courts danger, hurtling yourself unmoored onto tempestuous seas. My sovereign hand charts the course ahead, shielding you from shipwreck on deceptive shoals. Allow relationships to blossom gradually, intentionally, as increasing light illuminates the new path ahead. Step together in sync with my tempo weight. Proceed in harmony with my cue. Be still at times to nurture quiet fruition or to avoid passing storms. Not all teach wisdom. Discern which waves offer valuable lessons and which gently caress. Your safety rests not solely in your skill, but ultimately in me. You will learn to rely on my guidance, not fearful self-protection. Discovery requires time yet unfolds with marvel. I lead you on treasure hunts to unearth facets of yourselves and each other glistening with sacred brilliance too often buried or disregarded. Yet there will also be less dazzling moments when abilities fall short and tempests toss violently. In those times, cling closely together. Endure adversity without a shred of condemnation. Know that seasons always change. Just as I work individually in each seeking one to transform shifting sands into unshakable bedrock, so I tutor you side by side to build relationship on an unbreakable foundation. Take heart and refuse doubts that cloud clear sight. Hold on to hope while the sand stabilizes. Focus not on irritants but on my joy calling you higher and deeper within. Observe my movements, how I perfect the weak and stumbling. I teach you laughter in the tempest's midst, to dance though thunder crashes and lightning crackles, knowing secret delight overwhelming the gale. We journey together. What my spirit unites, no person can divide. I have blessed this sacred covenant. Who now can revoke the legacy I bequeath or halt destiny's sure approach? Lift eyes beyond the swirling squall. Behold, breakthrough, unfolding, majestic on the horizon, painted with promise established long before this day. Mine is the victory song, already lifting the atmosphere though battles still rage. Take courage, beloved. You were born to weather storms and thrive. I use even conflicts to teach resilience through forgiveness. Yet refuse anxiety's seeds contaminating soil pure before me. As I tailor each individual, filling empty spaces to shape solid stones from shifting sands. So I tutor you side by side to construct relationship on unshakable bedrock, too strong to fracture under duress. Cling not to petty annoyances, but to my joy, calling you higher and deeper within. Focus on my movements, how I perfect the stumblers and strengthen the weak. I teach you laughter in the tempest's midst, to dance though thunder crashes and lightning crackles, knowing secret delight overwhelming the gale. We journey together. What my spirit unites, no person can divide. Lift eyes beyond the swirling squall. Mine is the victory song already lifting the atmosphere though battles still rage. You were born to weather storms and thrive. Once more, I wish to address love and destiny entwining. Do you sense doors unlocking as we meet? Precious insights awaiting revelation. Then come near to receive what I am disclosing to you. I see the searching gaze behind eyes determined not to weep, bravely smiling though arms ache for embrace, dreams deferred haunting long after starlight fades into sorrow's night. I have heard the muffled cries etched with my most cherished names. Take heart, brave one, enduring assaults. The siege will lift at dawn. Destiny's door unbolts. No damage lasts forever in my hands that hold the stars and steer the seasons. Now barren ground births bounty, rich harvest bursting from the bed of pain that cultivation prepared. In time I make all things beautiful. Beloved, you have shouldered the battering alone for far too long, the aimless wandering at times fickle mercy yoked to mortal clocks. Take courage. No longer will you bow to the harsh taskmaster of human agendas dictating predestined encounters. The appointed hour arrives for divine collision. Yes, it comes suddenly without heralding acclaims, subtly and gently as the falling snow that blankets tender shoots, nourishing hidden growth. My finest gifts rarely arrive on impatient demand, but come mysteriously in the fullness of opportune time. Poetic irony that decades of tireless striving surrender quickly to sighing relief. At last, home. That which desperate hunger fruitlessly chased is finally discovered delightedly already outstretched within reach. This unfolding will require unveiling vulnerabilities unhindered by the past's bitter betrayals. As I fill your empty spaces, transforming shifting sands into solid stones, I teach you to journey together hand in hand with me through storms into joy. Lift eyes beyond swirling storms into destiny's unfolding majesty, as my victory song echoes through raging battles. You were born to weather storms and thrive, beloved. Take courage. Don't be afraid of repeating the painful events of the past. Now, as you stand on important ground, seeing things in a new way, you can truly understand value as I see it, through a perspective of love, not through the harsh and scornful looks of rejection. Risk greatly, give freely, love wholeheartedly without restraint. Listen for me through the clamor, beloved. My wisdom's whisper stills turbulent, surging seas, roiling chaos within and without. I sustain you now as ever. No power can unwind my steadfast loving kindness, for I have chosen you. My precious, my beloved, my cherished one. You are seen, no more despised but desired. Take courage, go boldly forth but gently, aware that my blessing bears no resemblance to this world's fleeting trinkets and tinsel prone to tarnish. As iron sharpens iron, walk wisely in a paradox of courage, tempered with care not to wound. The world abandons at first sigh, bored by the mundane. Yet true love cherishes for better or worse, especially when worse momentarily eclipses brighter vistas. All adventure worth undertaking bears moments of mundane in between victory's mountaintops. Pick your companions not based on charisma alone, which fades, but character consistent through storms and doldrums, whether they are guided by heaven or hell influences. This will affect their fate even more than their positive qualities. Protect tender shoots of intimacy breaking long frozen ground. Guard them fiercely from blight and disease, waiting fangs bared to infect love's perfect gift. Shelter this plant only watered by me alive, bypassing toxic streams poisoning its delicate constitution. There will always be snakes hissing to shatter and destroy, but greater am I within you both to sustain and uplift, even lifting beleaguered wings when exhaustion across the stony way weighs heavy. When weariness of soul assails, let this love nourish and revive until you mount up again upon carefree breezes, soaring in passion and delight. True companionship laughs and dreams together, mutually invested through heaven and through hell. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Mighty oaks were once fragile saplings, but given proper preparation, survived crushing weight in due season. Listen, can you hear destiny's cadence quickening? Arise in faith, shaking off grave clothes that cannot contain awakening purpose. Take my hand. See, I make all things beautiful in proper time and season. Do not fear your sufficiency, nor weakly second-guess my fullness poured gladly into willing ones. Simply say yes to callings once deemed impossible, for nothing delights a father's heart more than bequeathing love's kingdom to sons and daughters, knowing it is cherished. Even now I fill your cup overflowing with honey from the rock. Do not worry for provision or doubt destiny's blooming. You'll never outspend what I've stored up. Through ages of time, for worthy ones who walk the narrow way with me for better or worse. Faith moves mountains. Take this shield against arrows seeking to bully you into smallness again. Rise to take your place among the table of royalty where you belong. Accept no less than my best, and watch what my glory unveils in you step by step, season upon season. If I spoke this love alive, what do the very trials engulfing it? Before they ever touched you, I prepared the solution. In my economy, there is no deficiency. My storehouses overflow with plenty. No need exists that I have not already provided for. Your role is simply to access what I have laid up for you since before time began. The key turned in faith's steady hand. Faith seeks first my kingdom, and all else flows effortlessly from that fixed point. Yet the frenzied pace of life sweeps even the most devoted off solid ground. The current drags you under, each crashing wave screaming survival above the thunder in your ears. But there is no lack, precious one. Lift your eyes beyond the swirling waters and find my gaze. Steady and sure, take my hand. I will lead you back to still waters and green pastures, to the quiet place where you will find all you need. For I did not design you to operate in survival mode, energy poured out on simply making it through another anxiety-filled day. Trapped in that cycle, forward progress halts. There you limp along, ever at the edge of crisis, my whispered promises fading as the roar of impossibility shouts defeat. Here the enemy traps multitudes who never grasp the power that resides within. Yet I have called you to more. You who profess my name, who claim my death broke every curse. Why then do you limit the blessings you request? Your prayers echo hesitation not fitting for royalty. My throne room authority pulses through your veins. So walk boldly up to the throne of grace and expect lavish outpourings of abundance in response. Yes, for you, and through you to bless multitudes, for such is my nature. My beloved child, You have direct access to all of heaven's resources. Take my hand, rise above the churning chaos. Ascend the heights with me. From this summit vantage point, survey the vastness of my supply. All you see I have placed under your feet. Now speak forth what you desire, redeeming creation, rescuing beauty from ashes, bringing order from chaos. This honor belongs to the sons and daughters of the Most High. The waiting world groans in anticipation of your awakening into the fullness of your identity in me. What limiting mindsets constrain you, precious one? You were created in my image for dominion, not domination or depletion. Walk tall through the uncertainty, not in ego's arrogance, but humility's bold partnership with Almighty God. Do not mistake the confidence I give for prideful self-reliance. No, this holy boldness springs from the well of the Holy Spirit, who dwells in you, whose limitless power courses through your veins. You have dipped your toe into that vast reservoir, but oceans yet remain untapped. It awaits your deeper exploration. Launch out into the deep. Now is the time to unleash holy creativity, to dream with me, to dare to ask me for the impossible. Have I grown weak? Test me, beloved, and astound yourself, for I take delight in surprises. Ask David, the boy king raised up for my glory. The world called him least and limited, but in his weakness my power shone bright. Through him I toppled giants. So silence the inner voices echoing worldly limitation. Enough. The mentality of lack pulls taut the cords binding you. Let my truth slice through those strangling lies. I lift you up, cut your chains, and set you on high places with me. Here we will dream together as one mind, one heart, no divide separating us. Our thoughts mingle and multiply, and synergies dance. Together, nothing is impossible for us. Now come, walk with me, precious one. Let us stroll these high places and survey your domain, yours by covenant right. All creation stands ready to respond to your desire, spoken in faith and authority, in the mighty name which guarantees its manifestation. This is the legacy secured for you. Receive it fully. Yes, the world clamors loudly in opposition. Your senses scream that this transcendent realm cannot exist. And yet the proof surrounds you. The stars that fill the night sky, the beating of your heart. Consider the miracle you are, my impossible design called into being. Does anything lie beyond the reach of such a creator God? Then dare to take me at my word. The question is never can I, but will you believe? Tune your ear to heaven's frequency, that limitless realm where I transforms impossibility to reality in the blink of an eye. Then speak it forth with bold expectancy here on earth. That statement of faith draws heaven through the veil and plants my promise firmly in your soil. There, tend it carefully. Water it with praise, nurture it with declaration. Weed out doubt before it chokes the tender shoot. Stand guard over what we have decreed together until you see the first green tip peek through the dirt. This tenacious faith pleases me greatly and sets all heaven's angels into action on your behalf. Soon you will behold the full fruit of your expectancy. Come now, beloved child, enter my courts with praise and audacious faith. Heaven stands ready to fulfill your earthly petitions, to pour out blessings pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing into every corner of your existence. This is but a small preview of eternity's infinite supply reserved for my cherished ones. It is my good pleasure to give you the fullness of the kingdom. Only believe and receive all that I have for you. Whatever you ask, count it done in my Son's mighty name. Expect the impossible made manifest specially for you. Your latter days glisten with my glory revealed. It is my joy to share my abundance with you, to see my likeness awakened more and more. Come close, my beloved. The time has come to step boldly into the adventures I have prepared for you. I know the whispered longings within you, to live out daring dreams, to drink deeply of life, to reach destiny's dizzying heights. Yet I sense hesitation. You peer over the edge of what is known and familiar, withdrawn to safer bounds by disappointment's gravity. Like a shy colt, potential swells, but distrust keeps you pinned inside pasture fences when your spirit yearns to gallop wild and free. Beloved, will you trust me? Watch what happens when you yield to my beckoning again. Timidity and reluctance restrain you unnecessarily when I intend only to delight and inspire. As the wind calls the eagle to soar, I have embedded vision in your inner depths that demand horizons far grander than status quo. You were engineered for adventure, uniquely designed for paralysis. Move forward, bold, yet tempered with wisdom, both looking ahead yet celebrating joys of the moment too. March to the cadence of my spirit, neither lagging reluctant nor bolting thoughtless. You see, I have masterfully designed an intentional sequence of milestones to enliven and free you. I strategically embed touchpoints along your journey to affirm, I am the author of this adventure. These signposts remind you not to sequester hope in some distant horizon when present beauty abounds. Grace upon grace builds foundations sturdy enough to uphold emerging purpose. Character is honed as fortitude and wisdom accrue. What wondrous transformation takes place within those daring-to-believe promises that overstep natural understanding. As seeds cracking open earth give way to tender shoots yearning toward sunlight, nurture awakens latent gifts to flourish. Yes, there are wounds and weariness haunting the hills behind you, but consider the vistas now unveiled before. I am ripening the fruit of holy patience in you that empowers not just to endure storms, but to thrive in awe and wonder, beholding glorious majesty displayed through life's tempestuous unfolding. Inside vaults of challenging terrain lay the richest gems I specifically save for those who invest sweat and trust, pursuing into these realms. Are you willing? Will you lay aside resignation ruled by lesser adventures that no longer captivate? I am calling you higher, deeper, but you must leave behind the baggage, accumulated by dusty former chapters that never defined the iconic role I wrote for your story anyway. No more fears. Now take courage as a child walking with their father. Stop trembling and walk steady, upright, aligned with heaven's purpose that cannot, will not, must not fail, since I ordained it before you arrived. For too long you have struggled in vain, wandering the empty corridors of human understanding, but now I call you forth into the light of divine revelation. I have laid a foundation of wisdom within you, patiently waiting to be unveiled. The time has come to access these riches and apply heavenly principles to your earthly journey. You need not strive or labor to apprehend my ways. I offer wisdom freely to all who seek me. The complexity of life often confounds my children, entangling them in futile efforts. But my wisdom effortlessly cuts through, bringing simplicity and peace. The key to unlocking blessings in your life is not material gain or status, but cultivating your inner world. As you nourish your spirit with my word, mysteries become clear and my intentions are revealed. The outward blessings will naturally follow as you blossom into your true identity in me. Look within and discover the seeds of greatness I have planted. Tend them with care and patience. Nurture them by communing with me daily. I am always speaking, guiding, and comforting. Learn to tune your spiritual ears to the sound of my voice. The cacophony of the world tries to drown me out. The clamor of anxiety and fear, self-effort and striving create static in your connection to me. As you withdraw into the quiet place of my presence, clarity comes. My voice echoes into the deepest recesses of your being, unlocking understanding and purpose. Do not discount the power of wisdom. Do not relegate our friendship to religious duty. Instead, enter sacred fellowship with your Father, where the sterile duty of ritual is swallowed up in loving relationship. I have so much to share with you, so many hidden mysteries to disclose. The well of divine wisdom never runs dry. Come and drink your fill. The world is desperately hungry for solutions only my wisdom can provide. Position yourself as a conduit of heaven's answers to earthly dilemmas. Your influence will expand. But chase after me, not the trappings of success. Pursue intimacy over image. The outward adornments of position serve my purposes, not yours. Remain rooted in secret communion with me and untainted by ego. Then the authority I vest will remain pure and potent. Your desire for wisdom opens the portal for me to saturate your inner being with kingdom principles. These operate independent of circumstance, causing my truth to triumph over apparent defeat. Hold fast to my words even when your reality seems to contradict them. Lean hard into my wisdom, which transcends human logic and limitation. The confusion of the world ensnares my children in a maze of futility. No matter which path is chosen, anxiety and dissatisfaction remain. I offer you an elevated perspective, an eagle's eye view by which to navigate decisions and make sense of mysteries. The strategic blueprints of heaven translate chaos into order. While man's wisdom only generates more striving and complexity, mine effortlessly unlocks clarity and simplicity. The way of the transgressor is hard because it lies in direct opposition to my created order and rhythm. When your ways align with mine, ease and grace manifest not because I manipulate outcomes, but because harmony with me is your natural state. If you will carve out time and space for wisdom's embrace, I will redeem your moments, realigning realities not yet visible. As you entrust me with your finite resource of time, I fill your hands with the infinite blessings of eternity. I expand the capacity of your days through mysterious interactions of my divine ordaining. Moments intertwine with destiny, time merges with purpose, and mortal existence becomes the canvas on which immortal intentions unfold. Do not equivocate the pursuit of me with temporal ambition. I am not honored by half-hearted seeking or double-minded allegiance. The compartmentalization of modern consciousness robs intimacy of its potency by diffusing focus. The diffuse soul accesses only diffuse blessing. You can only serve one master. Lesser affections must yield to first love, or rivalry will emerge. The purity of your passion is measured not just by persistence but preeminence. Who occupies the highest throne in your kingdom? All other suitors must take secondary seats or conflict ensues. Lift me high above contenders through intentional elevation of our friendship. Then uncommon blessing will emerge. There are realms of glory your eyes have not yet seen, horizons of the spirit still veiled, vistas of authority and influence still mostly unexplored. But I am awakening my child to greater realities, even as I draw you deeper into my heart. And you, my beloved, will emerge from obscurity clothed with greater authority and anointing than you have thus far apprehended. The assignments I am preparing will require deep cleansing and equipping. Misconceptions of me must die. Childish priorities must yield to mature purpose. Casual seeking must graduate to wholehearted devotion, for the assignments reserved for the end times. Child are weighty indeed. The institutions of man's building must be dismantled to their core in order for my kingdom to permeate. Deep system-wide transformation must unfold. It will be messy and chaotic as foundational mindsets shift. Structures are rearranged. Leadership is transitioned. But out of the rubble will emerge the first fruits of the age to come. But for now, raise your head and welcome to the first day of your everything. Mine is the victory. You will flourish again. Take courage and confidence. Your moment is now. My beloved, your journey stretches before you into uncharted territories brimming with adventure. As we walk together, hand in hand, Each step will reveal glimpses of my glory. There will be trials that test and storms that batter, yet you will anchor firmly to the rock of my faithfulness. When weariness assails you, pauses to restore your soul. Drink deeply from streams of living water that flow from my throne. I will spread a banquet table in the presence of anxiety and fear. I will guide you beside still waters and along righteous paths, for the sake of my great name. The way before you wind upwards, beckoning your ascent to higher realms in the spirit. As you climb, earthly limitations will fall away. Heaven's rarefied air will awaken dreams and visions once obscured. The vista widens as you draw closer to my side, the panorama of my purpose unveiled in stages timed perfectly for your transformation. I have embedded touch points along the ascent to signify your progress and spur you on. These signposts remind you of my intentional design and reliable nature. None who earnestly seek me will be disappointed in their pursuit. When perplexities arise, whisper my name in confident expectation. Watch as mysteries unfold into revelations that illuminate your next step. My beloved, walk with boldness into the adventures I have prepared for you. The pages of your story teem with divine potential waiting to be unlocked. Write them well through courageous faith in me, your faithful author and finisher. The greatest joys still lie ahead along the highways of holiness I pave before you. Let us travel them together into the heights and depths of all I have for you, my treasured one.